Welcome to Astro Weekly for the week of July 22nd until July 29th. We're wrapping up this month. Soon we're in the August month, and it means that we are in Leo season. So happy birthday to the Leos and anybody with Leo placements. This is where you shine bright. This is your season, but it also means that the Leo house in your chart is for the coming month being blasted with light, with joy, with liveliness, with passion and courage. So this is where we step into the light and where we shine, where we bring more glamour into our lives, where we feel more dramatic, okay? This is self-expression, theatrical, extravagant behavior, but also looks, style. You know, Leo is also about romance, so, you know, some summer fling or something, you know, more romance and romantic gestures you can bring into your life. And also Leo is very much about activities. It's the sign of the child, of course, so, you know, bring out your inner child, activate your your childlikeness. And so this is where we do activities, so sports, going places, and basically having much more fun. And also, you know, we're nearing the harvest season almost, so this is where you eat your summer fruits and enjoy them. So Leo is, of course, also very creative and about, you know, singing, performing, dancing. So I hope you have a jolly time with the sun in Leo. On Monday, when that occurs, right away we have an opposition with Pluto in Aquarius. And, you know, that is tough. And that is an opposition we will feel all week, starting on Monday. And this is, you know, this could come out in your life as power struggles with people. You know, some wanting a certain way, you wanting a different way. And also the whole axis of Leo versus Aquarius is being, you know, lit up. So what is that about? Well, at the end, it's both light, it's enlightenment, it's awakening. It is about facing your fears. So you might be triggered by your fears. You might feel stuff about your inner child, or playfulness, or the difficulty to bring out the playfulness. And you know, because Pluto is in Aquarius, it is about transmuting perhaps some childhood wounds, perhaps the blockages against, you know, being able to have fun. So it's where we put the darkness into the light. And that transition we might really feel this week, where, you know, we can bring the light into some of the dark corners of our psyche. And so what are we doing here? Leo versus Aquarius is very much about inner child, very much about, you know, the topic of children or humanity, but it's also, you know, the Leo energy is very outwards. The Aquarius energy can also be that, but it's also more introverted. So it's that out and inward face off with this opposition, but also creativity versus technology, you know, performing versus authenticity. So, you know, we're really feeling we're being demanded to be more ourselves, to be more childlike, to be more joyful, but we might have to face a few dark spots for that, I feel. Also on Monday, there is a trine between Mars and Pluto, Mars being in Gemini. So, you know, it's hard to complete some goals perhaps, and you know, we might have different interests to follow. This trine does empower our mind, and it empowers our mindset, and it empowers us to follow soul felt goals. So that's nice. And perhaps with that opposition, we're really forced into bringing a lot more passion into our lives, but with the right empowered mindset. So maybe that speaks to you. Other than that, I'd say, you know, there's a bit of a Venus in Leo, so we're interested in big fashion, you know, we're interested in flashy things, we're interested in literal gold, finances, luxury, but also performing, like I said, you know, stepping into your own light, feeling like there's more spotlight on you. And it's sextiling Jupiter in Gemini. So this is, to me, tells me there are good times, there are indulgences, so careful with, you know, perhaps excess, you know, drama, or, you know, excess of, even perhaps food. So, anything with indulgence, is high, at the beginning of the week, you know, wanting to bask in the joy of life and being more social and outgoing. You might feel that at the beginning of the week. On Friday, we have the start of something that will play out all of August, and that is Jupiter and Gemini squaring off with Saturn, who's retrograde in Pisces. So that square with Jupiter and Saturn means that, you know, there is a difficulty, something holding us back, something creating some obstacles in our way, because there's just a, you know, two ways of doing things, and they are very oppositional to each other. So there's this energy of expansion with Jupiter, but there's also an energy of contraction with Saturn. So there's a, like a, it's almost like a birth energy, you know, where you know, there's that whole contraction situation where things are opening up, and then there's the pain, and then there's the readiness. And so it's that go, stop, go action, and then with being withheld. And so it's time to slow down a bit, okay? It's about you know, hurdles and overcoming. It's about growth versus limits. It's about wanting to be carefree, but on the other hand, being pushed to be very serious, and you know, a lot of emotions versus wanting to be logical about things. So it's a really behavioral difficulty that might play out in like literal hurdles and difficulties on your journey. So if in case you're traveling or something like that in August, which is also tied into the Mercury retrograde, you want to check out your, you know, your itinerary, double check all the details, because with this energy, literally you can face road obstructions, also because Gemini is ruled by Mercury itself, who's retrograde. So that means it makes it stronger. And Saturn is, you know, the material life. So sometimes, well, often with Saturn, it's a literal obstruction. So like you cannot cross the road. There's a delay or anything like that. And again, that is enhanced by Mercury, who's retrograde in August. And on Friday, as this square is starting, Mercury moves into Virgo, and that means that our mindset is about organization, also about more seriousness, and it's very detailed. So, you know, this is where you can check your contracts and agreements with people. So yeah, ordering your life, ordering your suitcase, ordering your life, you know, making a to-do list of what you want to achieve in the coming months, perhaps. And also this is very much a writing energy. So if you have any interest in writing something, maybe you were already writing a writing project, then there's with the retrograde review period, so you can go back to those projects and make them even better, you know, because Virgo is about improvement. So this is about efficiency, how to improve our lives. And well, we're already 1 week into a pre-shadow period of Mercury. So I don't know if you've noticed, but since a week, there are a lot of technological issues, and I myself have experienced a lot of delays, you know, so, and a lot of road obstructions, literally, or like obstacles, like really big obstacles. So, especially because, as I said, you know, Mercury's about travel and mobility. You really want to be checking all the details. You want to be sure you're on time or way ahead of time on locations, and but you also want to be careful on the road. So and also because, you know, Mercury is squaring Mars by Friday. So it starts on Friday, but it means that it will continue for a couple of days. And that's, again, very being careful with how you move around. It's also being careful with your words. Yeah, so you might have some discussions here and there with people. This is an accident-prone energy, and also, as I said, difficulties with travel or just movement, and perhaps even health, or perhaps even mental health, as Mars is in Gemini. So yeah, all in all, a little bit of difficulty with the Sun opposite Pluto, so and the Mercury situation starting some difficulties by the weekend. So yeah, just, you know, just be mindful and take care of yourself. Okay, I'll see you in the next lunation. See you in the next Astro Weekly, and enjoy your Sun in Leo. Bye.